Are you looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football and basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select two or more players, pick more or less on their projections for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the PrizePicks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, PrizePicks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/bluewire and use code BLUEWIRE. That's code BLUEWIRE at prizepicks.com/bluewire for a first deposit match of up to $100. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Cars.com. With over 2 million vehicles and 50,000 more added every day, Cars.com will match you with the perfect car for you, your budget, your life, your style. And if you're ready to say goodbye to your current car, Cars.com will get you an instant offer to cash it in. Just start by entering your license plate and get matched with a local dealer who will write you the check. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, just go to Cars.com. It's magical.
Hello, friends. Kirk Henderson and Josh Bowe here once again. Very much deja vu. The Dallas Mavericks were beat by the Portland Trailblazers, this time on Sunday night, this time to the tune of 140 to 123, which is the exact same point differential that they lost to the Blazers last night. Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I remember when we ended things last night with our podcast, you were like, we might only record a 5-minute podcast Sunday night. And I'm going to be honest, maybe for the first time ever, we're going to be as brief as we say, because I don't know, man. Like the thing that happened. Obviously there's like a couple of things that was nice about this game, but I mean, what are you going to say with the Mavericks missing all their players and the Blazers not? I don't know. I don't know what insightful things that we can say about a game like this.
Well, we got to address a little bit of the elephant in the room that, Tim Hardaway missed time after needlessly being in the game, and Kidd nearly did it again tonight by keeping Spencer and whichever other players were still alive by the fourth quarter tonight in the game. The Mavericks made it a pretty valiant effort, I think, is one thing I want to say. And it was really pretty close right up until a player who I just can't stand watching Theo Pinson play basketball commit a like reckless foul and then bitched about it and then got a technical, and then the game was basically over. Like it went from being like a 6 to 8 point game to being like a 15-point game in like a blink of an eye. So, I mean, the feel of it, was, okay, we're going to see what we can do. And, like Christian Wood goes out and puts up a very, I'm just going to politely refer to it as an old school Christian Wood performance. 23 points on 22 shots, 16 rebounds, really bad shooting from the outside, which was weird. And then, kind of your standard three to, what the hell was that kind of turnovers. Reggie Bullock came back down to earth, 10 points, did hit 2 threes, but, nothing near as incandescent as last night. Spencer Dinwiddie, if there's something positive that I would like hope to take out of the last 3 games the Mavericks have played, is hopefully Spencer Dinwiddie has remembered that he can and should draw fouls. He got to the line 14 times tonight, which was pretty nice. Had 9 assists, somehow had no rebounds, which is pretty remarkable. Frank Ntilikina got the start. Theo Pinson got in the game before Jaden Hardy, but like if there's one thing that I'm sure we're gonna have to hear about at length is the Jaden Hardy experience, and I think I've made my feelings about what he means fairly clear. But if you're just looking at his performance in a nutshell, 27 minutes, 25 points, attacked the rim really well. I got some texts from some of my Portland friends that thought he looked really good. And it's always interesting whenever somebody from another team has that to say about a player, because it's we're so in the mix, and it's nice to see. I like you am rather overhearing about how he's a first round talent the Mavericks selected in the second round. If that's the case, Jason Kidd needs to play him before he plays Theo Pinson. Just a thought. But it's not. You're right. There's not a ton to take away from this game. I mean, I really do want to be egregiously petty, but I think we might hold on that little remark for a few minutes, because I did the same thing last night, and it's like how much do you want to hear Kirk kill a guy?
Yeah, everyone that was dressed played except for one player, and we all know we can probably just leave it at
the
that.
$20 million man, JaVale McGee. Congratulations. The guy that was brought in to help shore up rebounding and defense couldn't play a game in which the Mavericks played every possible player on the roster except him.
On the second out of back-to-back.
Yes. Yeah.
And he didn't play the night before.
Davis Bertans
barely played.
Got minutes at center.
Yeah. Well, McGee did play, he did play like 8 minutes last night. So
yeah, he's probably tired.
Yeah. This is a rest day.
Just like it's just it's such a built-in, like, the excuse that I agree with is that it's like this is a built-in process where this many guys hurt. I wasn't going to be mad about anything. The fact that they kept it close was actually really cool.
They had a lead for a hot second in the third quarter.
Yeah. And Dame Lillard is just a foul merchant, like beyond. Like I don't want to bitch about him getting fouls because Luka gets a ton of them, but it's like the kind of touch fouls he gets it's just not really fun to watch, because it's nobody's fault but his that he's 160 pounds. It's like, a stiff breeze hits him and he just goes flying. It's like, I appreciate how relentless he is, but it's also like, all right, if you shouldn't call the game based on size. You should call the game, based on what's happening. But yeah, I mean, the defense is just, there's nothing Dallas can do. I mean, that 7 out of 8 quarters in this 2-game series, they gave up 30 points. And in the one they didn't, they gave up 28.
Yeah,
so
the best you could do this game is just, wow, Hardy scored, when was the last time a Mavericks rookie scored besides Brunson or Luka? And Luka and Brunson, when was the last rookie that scored 25 points?
Probably Dennis, but yeah.
Oh yeah, duh. God.
I know, poor Dennis.
I'm so stuck in my 2017
dojo. Dominic Jones. They went back in the day.
Thinking every Mavericks pick is Jared Cunningham. Sorry, it's late. I can have a back-to-back. Either way, still, it's nice. That he was able. I think you kind of summed it perfectly. It was like it's not great if he has to play huge minutes, like in terms of like, hey, we need you to win these minutes, because the Mavericks got scored on a lot while he was on the floor. Obviously, not all his fault, but it's just tough for him. But if he's gonna play, show something, and he's showing something. And it's, I think the funniest thing is probably related to what your Portland friend said. Is the talent he has is just hilarious compared to like him just being around his teammates. Like, and I think he just stands out so much more specifically on this roster because it's literally a roster of guys that just can't dribble and chew gum at the same time. So
I bitch about this argument all the time. I hate what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say, but he is the kind of archetypal definition of a hooper, where it when you see it. He plays with confidence. He plays with force. He knows what he's supposed to do, generally speaking. He's not been forced into a particular mold where he's afraid to try stuff. That's what's nice. I don't know where that goes, but compared to the rest of the roster, it is very evident. That's true.
Yeah, especially like when you see him in his rookie minutes compared to like when we saw Josh Green in his rookie minutes. Like there's just... nothing against Josh Green. It's just more like you can just kind of tell just from a talent perspective. There's something a little different. here, and we'll see what happens. And it's just if nothing else, at least it's getting us through these war criminal games that the Mavericks are playing because of all these injuries.
It's very December 2021, which was when everybody had COVID except for Jalen, and where Jalen started to make all his money. I mean, that's what this stretch feels like. I mean, let me go check the standings because I'm curious.
Followed up a 7-game win streak by going.
Well, I mean, they're still 5th, but there's just if they want to hold tight, they have to figure out like this going 1-5 in this road trip. Not good.
No.
Not unexpected entirely, particularly with the injuries, because I wrote last night how the wheels were kind of just projected to fall off, and the fact that they didn't for this long is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. The games that really hurt is sitting Luka in that Oklahoma City game, which I guess is great foresight, because just imagine the minutes load if he played that game. So I mean, I don't know, but that's a game that you're like, don't drop that one. And then the Clippers game, because the Clippers were a mess, and the Mavericks should have won that game. I think, we ragged on the coaching a lot for that. And then after that, once they played we said it last night. Once they played that double overtime game, they kind of punted these two Portland, like that kind of threw everything out of whack for these two Portland games. So it was just hard to have any reasonable expectations after Luka plays 53 minutes, Spencer plays 45. It's just they're human beings, man. Like,
I mean, I will say
2K players where you can adjust the sliders on their energy level.
I will say, like, this is a minor thing, but there are just these lots of little instances of minor things that become a bigger thing, where it makes you wonder if they thought Wood would have a chance to play on the second night of the back-to-back, why they played everybody so much in the first game of the back-to-back. And yes, this is a kid coaching criticism. Sorry, News at 11.
Like save everyone for this game and rest everyone on Saturday.
Yeah. Instead, they because
they think they can split. They think come on,
they're not good enough to split shit. Like, so it's like they lost
that's
both.
That's what they think. That's what they think.
It's just like little stuff here and there.
Christian Wood is the second best player Luka has ever played with in the NBA. Come on,
I swear to God,
they could get the split.
I swear to God, if Wood's agent sends me that again, I'm going to write about it, and I'm going to put it in an art, because it's just like, I like Christian Wood. This feels like the same sort of stuff that Cuban and company did to everybody all summer. It's like, well, Frank Ntilikina's the third point guard. Like, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. He's good. I like him. I want to really like him. I also want him to have a big game in a win against a team with a legitimate size guy. Is that too much to ask? Might be.
I
mean, the West is so bad, maybe there isn't such thing, and I'm just completely full of shit on my end.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, this 5-game, they got a nice little 4-game homestand here, and hey, he's got Atlanta.
2 early games. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow. And they're both at home, man.
4 games in a row that start at 7:30 or earlier. This is beautiful.
Yeah. We did it. We made it through.
We did. Well, now they still got to play the Kings, and scroll down into like right before the All-Star break. God,
I know. There's another West Coast. There's another West Coast road trip in less than a month. Like, I can see it.
Look at that. I'm looking at the schedule.
Utah Clippers to Sacramento. Yeah.
Well, interesting night overall. I do think it's at least worth acknowledging that both of us missed elements of this game because we were watching parts of The Last of Us, and I'm sorry, guys. This is Last of Us or what? I'm just gonna say this, guys. Go watch it. Get yourself some HBO Max.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, we'll be back. So we get 2 days off from games. I'll probably be putting together some Moneyball minutes. Those of you who have Mav stuff that you think's worth passing along, let me know. I like sharing stuff. check out the site. Once again, we had just our contributors just continue to pour stuff in, which is so wonderful because this is the dead time. Like there's like trade rumors, nothing else to talk about. And because the trade rumors really don't heat up for another 2 weeks. Like I'm really delighted by the things that the people are writing for the site. So yeah, let's do this again on Wednesday. It looks like. Everybody have a great start to your week. This has been Kirk Henderson and Josh Bowe. Thanks for hanging out.